Hello, this is part 2 of the Alien Hunter Jungle Stalker mask tutorial. If you haven't watched part 1, there should be a link popping up right now. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. Hey guys, so quick disclaimer, I'm using a different phone than I'm used to record this. It's a Google phone, I'm usually an Apple guy, and so there was some backup issues and I accidentally deleted some clips while filming this tutorial. I apologize for this. The issue's been resolved, which is good, so future episodes shouldn't suffer from this. But yeah, that's why all of a sudden there's a lack of good quality tutorial for this one. For the sake of not wasting material, it's already an expensive hobby. I tried to do my best with just the template paper pieces. So yeah, anyway, enjoy. Okay, so to start part 2 of the mask, you're gonna find your 2 E pieces and apply glue into each of these gaps at the top here and here. Once the glue is ready, press the 2 edges of each of the gaps together. Next, apply glue to these side edges here. Once the glue is set, press the 2 E pieces together. Alright, next we're going to combine this piece with the rest of the mask. Apply glue on that extended cut edge at the top of piece A, as well as on the bottom of the outer face of both E pieces like so. Remember, on the outer face, not on the edge. Then, once the glue is set, make sure the edges line up and press the combined E piece to piece A like so. Next, line up the extended cut edges at the end of each E piece to the tail edge of piece C here. Using a marker, mark out how far down the extended cut edge of piece E goes on C1. Then apply glue to both the extended cut edge of piece E as well as where we marked down on piece C1. Once the glue is set, make sure the outer edges of both pieces line up and press the extended cut edge of piece E to the edge of piece C1 like so. Do the same on both sides of the mask. Okay, so now we're going to put the mask away for a bit and work on the iconic dome of this mask. Glue the 2 G pieces together along the inside cut, not the one that's cut at an angle. Now we're going to attach the dome to the rest of the mask by applying glue along pretty much the entire front half edge of each G piece. You could line up piece E along piece G so you can actually see more accurately where to apply the glue, but if you apply glue on half, it'll get the job done. Either way, apply glue along the front outward cut edge of each G piece as well as on the top edge of both E pieces like so. Now, using the center seam of each piece as a guide to make sure everything's lined up, work one half at a time. Press the dome onto the mask. Now the seam between E and G pieces may be strained or stretched, which is totally fine as we're about to cover it up with the H pieces. Again, I'd recommend watching this next bit before actually applying and working it out, as there's multiple steps. You're going to line up the smaller edge of one piece H, like so, along the center seam of pieces E and G. Then wrap piece H along the forehead of the mask until you get where pieces E and G stop connecting. Then mark out on pieces E and G where H is laying, and do the same on the inside of piece H where E stops. Now flip over piece H where you see the mark where piece E would stop. Continue that marked line to match the swooping edge of piece H, like so. Apply glue to this marked area on piece H, as well on the edge of piece H after the swoop that we just marked. Also apply glue to the extended edge cut. Also apply glue on pieces E and G where we marked out where H is going to go, as well as on the extended cut edge of piece G after the end of piece E. Once the glue is set, lining up the tail edge of piece H with the center seams of E and G, begin pressing piece H onto the rest of the mask. Once you've reached the end of piece E, and now you're edge to edge with the extended cuts of piece G, press the edge of piece H onto the extended cut edge of piece G, like so. Now we're going to follow the exact same steps that we did for this side of the mask, for the other side of the mask, and for the other H piece, with the additional glue added to both tail edges of both H pieces so that you can glue them together. Alrighty, next we're going to make and attach the iconic laser sight to the mask. As you can see, piece I is a bit of a triangle. Start by applying glue to the entire outer edge of piece I, as well as on the bottom face of piece J, like so. The bottom edge is the square edge, not the curved edge. Once the glue is set, begin by wrapping piece J around the edge of piece I on one end of the bottom of the triangle, as you can see I'm doing here. Make sure that the lower edges of piece J line up with the face of piece I. Alright, so as you can see, I must have cut my version a little short by accident, but yours should be fine. Now, we're going to take the laser sight and figure out where you want to place it on the mask. That curve on piece J should go and curve under one of the H pieces. Now mark out on the mask itself where the laser sight is going to sit, as well as where piece I curves under piece H. We're going to apply glue along all of the edges and the face of piece J that are going to be connected to the mask. Apply glue to these marks that are on the mask, as well as under piece H, where piece J curves under it. Once the glue is set, attach the laser sight to the mask. As you can see, I designed the laser sight to be hollow so that if you would like, you can actually go in and put some lights and electronics inside. However, you can also go with the trusted googly eye method that I used for my other Alien Hunter mask and that I'll be using for pretty much all of my Alien Hunter masks. Alright, now this next step is completely optional, as you may be gluing this mask to another costume piece, or you might be using a headband that will accomplish what we're about to do next, but this next part is completely optional. As you can see, the mask doesn't curve in or around a person's head as naturally as the movie version does. We can fix this by using our K pieces. I asked you to make 2, I just combined them into one longer piece for the sake of the video. Piece K is going to go along the inside of the mask near the bottom edges here. Apply glue to one face or edge of piece K, as well as on the area on the inside of the mask that I just showed you along the bottom edge on the inside of the mask. Once the glue is set on both pieces, take piece K and pinch it in half to find the center. Now take this center of piece K and press it to the center of the bottom of piece A on the inside of the mask. Now you're going to pull the mask inwards to the degree that you want. As foam is elastic, you're going to want to pinch it a bit more tight than you actually want it. Now you're going to press one piece of piece K into one half of the mask that you're holding together. Once this is complete, making sure that the curve matches on the other side, you're going to press that next half of piece K onto the other side of the mask. Once done, the mask should be curving in a lot more than it was originally. Alright, and that's the end of part 2 of the Alien Hunter Jungle Stalker tutorial. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more cosplay content.